Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Clap, clap.
All right, guys.
Back at
We are back at it.
Back at
Getting
it again.
elevated. Adam, how are you?
Elevated.
I'm good.
You're good.
Good.
I think
Yeah.
I think you should introduce yourself because obviously you weren't on the last pod.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself to the camera, where they can find you real quick, what you do. You know.
They can see me,
Don't tell
right?
them what you do.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
I have to cut that out.
Yeah, so my name is Adam. I go by the name Adam Cash. I make music, and these my boys. I know them from like elementary, middle school. You know, we grew up and we reconnected recently and started going back to the gym and decided he was, had the passion to do the podcast. So this is, he made it happen, and I'm here right now. So
We all made it happen.
yeah,
Yeah, we all did.
gangster.
Together.
That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Got the
All right, gentlemen, we are gathered here today to praise the Lord of Jesus. All right.
Yes.
I want to gather in prayer.
Hold hands.
All right. No, I'm
Alright,
fucking
that's
shit.
not my
He was getting ready
I was so invested.
He was getting so ready.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So we're today to discuss
Praise the
health
Lord, baby.
and food industry. Basically, what's the problem with health? What's the problem with the common day health system? What's the problem with the food industry that we have? What's wrong? Why are people kind of addicted to food? How is America kind of incentivizing Americans to eat that way and not really eat healthy and technically save more money? So we're going to talk about that, but I just want to see what you guys feel about this and how you feel about how Americans are eating and the health system that we have. So
I mean, I've been on I've been on both sides of the pole, eating shitty like almost every day, overeating, which is a big problem. Overeating is a big problem. And I've been on the other side of the spectrum. I'm eating super clean, dieting, not eating when I'm hungry, but eating when I'm supposed to, or, a good time to eat. You wouldn't want to eat really late at night or early in the morning. So I kind of have like a window. So I have my
So
shit like situated.
you disciplined yourself in eating good.
Yeah, of
Eating
course.
well. I think what a lot of people struggle with is addiction to food. It's like they're addicted to
Yeah.
all of this garbage, this fast food garbage.
That's the one thing.
It's the same with drugs. You feel a certain way, and
It's
it's
all
like,
addiction.
okay, I gotta smoke
Yeah.
now. Oh, I gotta take this now. I gotta drink, because as soon as you feel that you're coming down from it, you want to take it again. Just like with
Yeah.
food, as soon as you start getting hungry again, and you start feeling hungry, you get a feeling, and you just start eating again.
Yeah.
So
Well-
it's like a vicious cycle.
Vicious cycle. Well, I was gonna say, it's like any other, like, I guess, drug or addiction. It's like when people get like attached to it. So when they feel bad or they're not really in the best of mood or they're stressed, same thing like drugs, they're gonna go to food. It's another addiction. They're gonna be like, oh my god, I
Yeah,
had a
you can
stressful
stress
day.
eat and stuff like that.
I want
Yeah.
to eat. I
A
know.
lot of people
I know
do
a lot
that,
of people
yeah.
that do that, and
Mhm.
it's bad
Yeah.
because eventually you're just gonna be you're gonna have a lot of problems.
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have a lot of problems. So
Yeah.
to me, it's just like people got to learn how to eat healthy. I think it's not that hard. I think you just got to eat at home, or you could eat out, but eat at the right places. Don't go to these fast food
Yeah.
places. You can go to
It's-
nice
Nah,
restaurants.
no
that
McDonald's,
you get
none of that, yo.
a good sized meal. Save
Yeah.
it for fucking breakfast, dinner, whatever you want to do.
Some
think
of us have worked at those fast food places, and me and
Nah,
Tyler
yeah.
would know, like,
Me and Bryan, we used to work at McDonald's. I used to eat that shit every day.
every day. I gained
I-
like 20 pounds in like 3 months.
And at a certain point, it's like when you try to take your health seriously and you really try to cut back, you start to feel better.
Yeah.
You start to
Sure.
actually like feel better because if you
Mhm.
keep eating and going down that rabbit hole, it's like you're still gonna feel like shit because you're eating shit.
Yeah.
when
That's,
you
that's
eat,
how it
yeah.
goes.
It's
When
like
you-
more of an impulsive choice to eat that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have
Yeah.
noticed that,
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
I've noticed that once I like start eating bad food, I feel not like depressed or down, but like I just feel shitty, like physically, and like it just makes you way less productive.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let me read you what I had wrote down earlier. I said, these fast food companies use an increase in carbs, fats, and other sugars that can lead to food addiction and actually leave consumers hungry shortly after. And so, like, what is that telling me? It's even they're putting a lot of these bad products. So you look at carbs, fats, and sugars. Like sugar in itself, they all use artificial sugars, and sugar is the most like artificial thing you could put in your body. Like that's not
Yeah.
like they do a lot of processing for that.
I don't know if
compared to,
it's
let's
true. I saw some bullshit on Instagram. It was like sugar is like 10 times more addictive than cocaine.
Boom.
And it's
say. It
like,
could be. I mean,
and it's
how, many,
like-
how many people are addicted to sugar?
I mean, that's kind of a thing where it's like you do it without knowing.
And look at Halloween.
You wouldn't really-
Yeah,
Halloween-
there's a lot of
Halloween's coming
sugar
up.
and shit that you don't even
Yeah.
realize. You know what I'm saying?
If you go to the store, I even sugar, but the shit they put in is insane. Like You'll go to a store, 90% of what's in that store is gonna have
All these
corn. It's gonna have
boba
corn in
shits.
it.
Yeah.
Boba, Starbucks.
Whether it's for high
All them
fructose corn syrup or it's starch for the corn or
Mhm.
corn chips, like everything in there has corn in it.
Even with
It's not
how we
helpful.
choose our energy drinks too. Remember we was
Yep.
talking about it, making the right choice of an energy
But
drink.
everything,
Even if you were to
everything
drink
that's
it.
like sweet, even shit that says like low sugar,
Yeah.
they use they use artificial sweeteners like
Mhm.
high fructose corn syrup, so they can say that it has like 5 grams of sugar or 0 grams of sugar.
But
When it's like, how the fuck does this taste sweet if there's no
Yeah.
sugar in it? That's
yeah,
bullshit.
It's
that
true.
is true.
Joel, how you feel about this?
I feel like, they need to cut down with what they're giving from the fast food places. Like, they're consuming a lot of stuff, and like the way they promote it, that's what's forcing more people to just keep going to fast foods instead of like, oh, they're basically just like, oh, I don't care about my body, I think I can eat whatever. But that's the one thing that is making them more worse, and they think that eating fast food is gonna be okay, but I ain't gonna lie to you, that's gonna lead to the future with diabetes, diseases.
seen,
all
So
that.
You ever seen what's it called, Wally?
yeah,
And after a couple
Yeah,
generations in
yeah.
space,
That's-
everyone was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that's
fat.
kind of crazy, right?
Mhm.
So let me read another thing I wrote down. So you're talking about promotion, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about how it's
Mhm.
heavily promoted. You go to like
Yeah.
a baseball game. What's like the main
Hot
thing people are
dog,
gonna
get your hot dog.
Not even hot
Yeah.
dogs, sodas. Let's talk about
Yeah.
sodas. Think about
Sodas,
how
yeah.
promoted sodas are. You
Soda
go to the
pop.
movies. You
Yeah.
go to the movies. You're gonna it's culture to get popcorn and a soda.
Yeah, of
Or
course.
something sweet or candy. It's promoted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hot dog.
So you
Hot
want to talk about
dogs.
soda? Let's look at what's been proven, right? Where
Yeah.
I got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been proven in multiple studies that soda weakens enamel and also allows bacteria to spread on your teeth, which is definitely going to lead to some type of disease. We all know this.
That's usually with all sweet drinks, though.
Now, do you guys want to know how much Coca-Cola makes a year?
How much?
$43 billion a year.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
$43 billion a year they make. And you want to know how much the fast food industry just in America makes? You want to know? You want to
I
know?
don't think we're all gonna be mesmerized with it. I think you can just tell
300
us.
yeah, I'm telling you, $331 billion. For me, that's like,
331.
all right, whatever. We can't comprehend that much money. But then to
Yeah.
me, when I hear the other stat, it only costs about $25 billion to solve hunger in America. Like these numbers are like, and I mean, the number might not be accurate, but okay, it's like, how you going to go from 25 to down, this company is making this much
Yeah.
money? So you're talking about promotion. They're promoting it. One,
It's not even a.
they're making a lot of money,
Yeah.
and they're also, that's why everybody has fucked up teeth and yellow teeth.
Yeah.
Soda's like acid on the
Yeah.
teeth.
That's the worst thing. Yeah, soda is. It's true.
And what does it do? It has mad sugar. So what's gonna happen when we talk about sugar? It's addictive.
And
People
it's
are gonna keep
mostly
going.
like the flavor, like, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, like all that stuff is like,
Well, Coca-Cola owns Sprite and all these other sodas.
Yeah,
and you
they're
think they're
all-
The
competing.
flavoring
You
is
think they're
enticing.
competing, but
yeah.
Same
it's,
thing
it's
with, like,
actually,
the
it's actually
vapes.
really simple. It's not one. It's two companies. There's
Coca-Cola
it's
and
Pepsi
Pepsi.
and Coca-Cola.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
if you look at any store and you pick up a product, if you like, there's two brands. There's the more well, like Hanes, or
Mhm.
not Hanes. I'm tripping. That's underwear. Like
I just said,
yeah. What's it called?
Heinz?
Heinz.
Yeah.
Heinz,
So if you look at
yeah.
a Heinz ketchup bottle, it says in the back, I think it says Coke. If you pick up another bottle, it says Pepsi. So they're both everywhere. They're in every
Yeah.
single. They're in a lot of food products.
to me, I don't know. It's fucked up. to
I was
me.
gonna say
Hanes.
not even about the promotion because it's like, yeah, of course it's cheaper and shit, but it's like also about the availability. I feel like too, like you go to in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying, you on a block, what do
Always
you
gonna
see?
see like Coke.
In the
Burger.
yeah.
Wendy's, McDonald's,
That's
Check-
everywhere, yeah.
all in the
That's
same
like
place
yeah,
too, right where
exactly.
everybody go for the train and shit, the
Yeah.
delis, all that smoke shop, all in the same
I agree
area
with that.
because
It's
they
true.
know that's where everybody be at. That's where they're gonna make their money at. That's
Yeah.
where
That's what
they
I'm
can
saying.
infiltrate the people in the community.
And it's
Mhm.
funny
You know
that
what
you
I'm
say that because like we're in a nice area right now, right?
Yeah.
If you go down the block, you're gonna see restaurants and different types of
Mhm.
actual food.
Nicer
You're not gonna
places.
see.
Nicer and
I
fancier.
mean, even though there's
places,
probably a McDonald's around here, you're not gonna see crazy, fast
Yeah.
food places like that, especially in an area like this.
Well, that's like if you look at what they put in minority like
Mhm.
neighborhoods,
The
you're gonna see a bunch of
gentrification,
liquor
bro.
stores,
Oh, shit,
smoke
they-
shops,
oh,
all
shit,
these
they
fast
clone-
food restaurants.
oh shit, they cloned Tyrone. You ever seen
Yeah,
that?
they cloned Tyrone. That shit
That
crazy.
movie was fire.
Yeah, I gotta go watch that movie. That shit is
That
fire.
movie was fire.
I know, right?
But it's like at a certain point, can we then say, is it the government trying to keep us down,
It
trying
is.
to keep us like that? Like, I think that could be a fair argument. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Bro, I on my block, right? There's liquor stores, Chinese store, Burger King, etc. Right?
Mhm.
It's be niggas on the block, right? At the liquor store, homeless bums, etc. Right? And I've seen since I was 5, and I am now 18, and I still see them there.
You 18?
Yes. So what do you think that means, bro? They're forced. I don't know if they're forced. They choose to be there, but the store never changed. Nothing ever changed. So
Yeah.
it's the same shit. They're trying to keep people in the same idea, same way. Because look, they're still there. everybody like that whole block is just, you know what I'm saying? Nobody changed, nothing changed, same people there.
I
Eating the
think
same
I think
shit.
that I think that
Eating the
roots
same
back.
shit.
Same thing.
Doing the same
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
So I'm saying
It's true.
people aren't informed of like there are other options. Like
Exactly.
if you're told that you're gonna this where you belong, like
Word.
you belong in the hood, or
Mhm.
like you was born here and that's why you can't never leave here. That's bullshit. Like
Exactly.
just because you was born somewhere just because you were born somewhere doesn't mean that you have to stay there. Because there's a bunch of opportunities and there's a bunch of like places, like even people I know that have moved away. It's like, yo, bro, I thought I'd never leave New York, bro. Bro, New York is ass. Like once they experience something new, once they experience something different,
true,
it's like,
though.
yo,
It's true.
I was really living like a bum. Like it was bad.
Mm-mm. What I was
True.
gonna say is like I think people are informed. I think people know that they should be eating healthy. And I know a lot of people that say, "Oh, I know I want to get fit. I want to be healthy. I want to do these things," and then they make no effort at all. So I think people are informed. I think they know that they should be making these right choices. They know they need to cut back. But I think what happened is it's become so much embedded in the culture that people just
Yeah.
can't break away.
And there's so many reasons for them to not eat healthy and just to eat the cheaper option, the one that's available. Like,
yeah.
Bro,
Those
what's
two
New York
reasons-
known for, bro?
really, huh?
What's New York known for? I'll tell you right now. Is bacon, egg, and cheese and chopped cheese and all these
It's
deli
true.
Bagel with hot
sandwiches.
all the
dogs.
deli, yeah, everything
Yeah.
All
yeah,
that
the deli.
halal.
Halal,
Halal.
that shit, that shit
Isn't
go
it
hard,
crazy?
bro. I fuck
Isn't
with
it
some
crazy
halal.
though?
Halal is good.
How,
Shout out my
so
brothers.
let's say you eat at home, right? Let's
Yeah.
compare like a
Shout
McDonald's
out to the
meal.
Ak.
That word, shout out to Aki.
Aki.
And the Trini one.
Aki
Let's
always
think
doing
of
good.
eating at home,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If I'm gonna go to the supermarket, let's say I want to make like some nuggets and fries.
This nigga's
You
nasty.
can get a bag of frozen nuggets and a bag of frozen fries if that's what you really want. If you really want nuggets and fries, you can go to the supermarket, bag it. You can spend like $30, and now you have a meal for the whole week. You can feed yourself for the week if that's what you
Man,
really want to
It's
eat.
not the same though.
Yeah.
I'd rather get some McDonald's fries, bro.
You see what the problem is? You see what the problem is? Because you're gonna spend
Bro, I
like
don't
a
want-
quick,
bro, I
you're gonna
want some
spend a
McDonald's
quick like
fries, bro.
$10, have a meal right then and there instead of wanting to spend like $30, have a meal for the week, have food for the week,
And it's the same
and
quality
then
shit. to be
it's
honest.
like
It's
nah,
not
it'll be
better.
better.
No,
I mean,
it'll probably be way
it's
better.
gonna be way
Yeah.
better than eating freaking McDonald's every
But
day.
it's still-
And
If you
it's
really
gonna be
wanted
cheaper.
to, if you
But
really
I feel
wanted
like
to,
it's
when
still
you
like you know what I'm saying? It's still frozen. And the companies who produce the chicken for McDonald's and all these fast food also produce those same chicken nuggets in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
Tyson, fucking what's the blue?
bro, Tyson is
Tyson,
crazy
Tyson
because
is
I remember,
crazy,
This
yo,
other blue one, but they
Yeah.
produce
Yep.
the chicken. They
Bro.
have the farms. They run big chicken company farms and produce it to McDonald's, to this and that, and the supermarkets. Like we're all surrounded by the same product. Like you know what I'm saying? Same producers.
bro,
You know what I'm saying?
I saw this. So me and my pops, right, went to the supermarket. So yo, let's get some chicken wings, bro. Like
Oh,
Yo, I wanted to get some-
Purdue was the other brand I was talking about.
Purdue's
Purdue
fire,
is-
bro.
Purdue, yeah.
Purdue's
Purdue
fire,
is
right?
like
My
No,
it's-
Purdue and Tyson are the ones who do the fuckery.
The fuckery.
Listen,
Get
I
into
think
that. We'll
it's,
get into
I
that.
think
But it's
people
like
are-
Watch
I always
Supersize,
get
nigga.
chicken from Purdue. Like that's where we get the chicken.
Listen, I think it's very
Yo.
easy to just
That's
get
a-
some
that's one
chicken
of the
I'm
breast.
gonna start raising chickens in my backyard.
Yo,
Gangsta,
Like,
that's what
give
you
into
gotta
the
do.
Dominican stereotype and just have some
Gangsta.
chickens in my backyard.
I mean, if
Some
it comes to the
roosters.
point, bro.
It's,
Word.
it's
I think
getting
it's
to that
very
point.
To the
easy
point,
for people
bro,
to
I'm
just
telling
go
you.
to the supermarket, get some chicken breast.
Yeah.
Like I literally seen the other day, it's like $10. You can get like 4 big ass pieces of chicken breast, and that's it. That will feed you that will definitely feed you for a week. And you get a little bag of rice, and you be Gucci.
Yeah.
And it's very easy, but people don't want to do the work. People don't.
Yeah.
They don't see it. They don't see it in the culture, and they see it as a chore. They'd rather go to McDonald's, spend a quick buck, and that's it.
Exactly.
And it's not
Yeah,
even a
but
buck
that's-
anymore. They're taxing, and I bet you.
And they keep
I bet you-
bringing them up.
it's
the
cheap as
prices.
hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know how much
Yeah.
it
It's
costs to
true.
make a McChicken at McDonald's? I don't know, but it's somewhere in the cents. It's below $1,
yeah.
and now it's $3.
It's
I
crazy,
saw
man.
places where it's
So they're gonna openly
$4
tax us
for a
when we
fucking
know
McChicken.
it's not that.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
true.
that expensive.
Yeah.
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 That
the
is my
supermarket
problem.
Stitch is way better.
Well, it is.
Yeah, but
It
you know what
is.
the thing is too, like people don't realize how much they're spending. They just spend it
Mhm.
like it's nothing. They don't
Exactly.
care. It's 'cause
Mindless
it's food.
spending. They
At
just
the end of the day, it's food. They're just like, I want it. I
I'm
want to do
saying a
that.
quick
It's
five,
not-
it doesn't
five,
it doesn't
five.
make it easier when you have a card and you're tapping to pay and it's like you don't
Yeah,
you
exactly.
don't
It's
physically
true.
see how much you're spending.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like tap
Yeah.
tap tap tap. Oh, I
Exactly,
spent like
that's the one
$300.
I mean, me
this week.
personally, I be checking my bank before I pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm just like,
Nah, he's
okay,
not wrong.
alright.
That's true. Like you have to do it. Yeah,
You get the $50 mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
like-
that shit. Like same shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to manage your money, you just gotta pretend like it doesn't exist. Like if I get paid, like I told him at the store, like if I get paid $650 this week, the 600 is gone. Like I spent it, it's gone, it's out of mind, out of sight. And the $50 is gonna hold me over to like next paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it. But I think it's
You can even take it to the extreme and like if you even have like $12, like you can't do shit. Like the
or
money's
just
gone.
get exactly what you need. You fucking get
So I'm
food for the
saying
week.
you can
cut
literally
down
make it
on
work.
everything you're doing. Yeah, exactly. but it's the problem with the addiction and the culture. It doesn't promote that. They don't tell us.
Yeah.
Like in school, like we can even go into this in schools. They don't tell us how to do taxes, how to.
They don't
like,
teach
how
you.
to,
No.
They teach us how to be good workers, but at a certain point, it's like there is another plateau in life that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
So it's like,
type
They're
of
not
stuff,
gonna
yeah.
promote that though. It's never.
Yeah.
And that's
One
the
is in
problem.
the
It's
rat
like,
race.
exactly.
Completely.
Yeah.
It's
Rat
true.
Because
trap.
the lower
Rat trap,
class
yeah.
literally fuels the economy.
Yeah,
And taxes, like we pay the most taxes.
I forgot who created schools, but I was watching a video and it was like he even said it. He was like, the school system is meant to create good workers.
Yeah.
It's meant to create good workers, and that's what you see a lot of days. Like I never, like to this day, I haven't done algebra like in any real world scenario. Like I did not need to know why X equaled Y. Like,
It's funny because
It's like, I did not
what
need
was
to
the
know
point?
that,
Yeah,
bro.
it's like what?
it's crazy because I have firsthand experience with that, with like feeling that school is like just trying to program me a certain way. Because I know y'all knew, like I used to sell shit at school sometimes. Like I always started selling drawings in like middle school and like snacks and shit.
Yeah. I remember
But then in
that.
high school, I got
high school.
this idea. I was like, yo, I'm gonna make some cookies because everyone else had their own thing. So I was like, I started making I made air fried Oreos. So I was trying to make shit like really healthy.
Yeah, he did.
So I would do
He was showing
it was
us
just like
elevated cookies?
I was dead ass. Yo, I would dead ass go to the store, get like the rolls of like Oreos. It's like $125 for a roll of 13. I remember all the numbers and everything. I used to get a pancake batter, make the mix, put some vanilla extract, and just dip it and just make like 12 at a time.
Yeah.
And I would
remember
take
that.
like 100 to school, and I would sell
Mhm.
I would sell out every single time before lunch, every single time. And then I started doing chocolate chip cookies. And that shit was tough. That shit was fire.
Mhm.
But I was selling all those, and it got to a certain point where everyone knew like I was selling cookies.
Yeah.
And the teachers, even in middle school, they was like, "Hey, cut that shit out. Like you can't do
Word?
that.
They
You
told you not to
can't.
do
You
it no
can't.
more?
You don't remember? Bro, you can't sell stuff at school.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like
Not
against
really,
the
yeah.
rules. But then they want to have like bake sales and shit, and then it's fine. And then it's fine, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yo, we're not gonna talk about what y'all think about because I already
because I was
know.
gonna say I have a completely opposite story. I was selling shit, but
Yeah, but I'm saying that's not what the
It was
school-
different type of cookies.
Yeah, but that's not what the school system is promoting. They're not gonna promote you
yeah, they don't want you to
to
really
sell and be an
business,
entrepreneur.
yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
They don't want you to have an entrepreneurial mind.
And then you look at who's the teachers. They're very. What are they more leaning towards?
They're
What
definitely
political?
way more liberal. It's
Yeah.
more liberal.
Mhm.
Like the school system is 100% liberal. The only change you'll see is if you go down south, and then the teachers are more patriotic. Like I know some of my classrooms didn't even have an American flag.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But I bet you it's gonna have a pride flag.
Huh?
It's gonna have a
Yeah.
pride
It's gonna
flag.
come
One of them
soon.
did.
It's gonna happen
That's
soon.
crazy,
One of them
It's
bro.
gonna come soon. I'm
Oh my
telling you,
God.
bro.
Should we get into that, bro? Like,
the teacher would roll around.
Let's keep going on this.
It was one of the
Let's keep going on
teachers
this,
that
yeah.
went around different classes. She didn't have her classroom. She had like a cart, and she had the LGBTQ flag like wrapped on it. And I would just look at her every day like,
Like, what do
I
you
would
do?
never say anything though. I would never, say
No.
anything that would, get me in trouble. But because that school was very liberal. But
I think that. So what
even
do you
the
think?
cooler teachers, they shut that shit down. They fired a couple of my teachers.
They fired the
They
teachers?
don't work there anymore. Yeah, and I know that those teachers are definitely like more, conservative minded.
Wow.
And it's like if you don't align with what they're just gonna kick you out.
So let's say they complete their agenda, right? Because I think it's safe to say that the school system, I think it's if they get to the stage where they can really manipulate us to have their beliefs, where do you think that will lead
They already
us
do.
as a society?
They already do. There's cases in which schools are like programming children to think that they're a different gender. Like there was one case that happened. The mother found out and she was like fucking mad because they were telling the girl that she was a boy, and they were even like giving her clothes, like
Yo.
boy clothes, and like the school told her, "Hey, don't tell your mom. Like don't
See,
don't
see,
tell your
that's
mom."
where, like,
so they
I
know
can't-
that they're wrong. They know that they're programming their kids. They know that this is literally morally wrong to try to manipulate a child when those are the most
That's the
those are the
bro.
most like influence.
Saying.
You can
I-
influence them so easily. Children are so easy to like influence.
That's
So
what I'm
it's
saying. Like, yo, they
that's who
can't
they're
go-
targeting. They're
Yo, remember
targeting
in middle school we had to get
younger groups.
a signature to go on a field trip. You can't get a tattoo either. Like these are things because why? Because kids are easy to manipulate. Why can't we play GTA as a little kid? Because kids are easy to manipulate. So when we use their same logic against why you can't teach them about this gender
oh,
stuff.
you're being bigoted. Oh, you're
And then my boy at work, he said a great thing. He was like, "Listen, if you like that stuff, cool, whatever. But who said that you have to bring it outside the bedroom?
yeah.
Like, why you gotta be
outside
open
your
about it?
house? Period.
It's like you
outside
don't
the
like we're
house,
not
yeah.
promoting everything we
Yeah.
doing, and we all straight.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. It's like you don't see a straight flag
Gangster.
because
Why
that
would
shit.
a
Why?
straight
Because
man
it's
go
normal.
to a child
Yo,
and
we're gonna get
start-
canceled because I said it's normal. And
Well,
I mean,
it's like more things are promoted than others, obviously, but it's like with their agenda, the same month as like Pride Month is the same month as like men's mental awareness month. That's the same. It's in the same month, I believe.
I mean, men should be always
And it's never
worried
talked
their
about.
mental health.
Yeah, but I'm
there's
saying it's
women,
never.
there's mad
They
women
never
shits,
speak
man.
up about it. Like
No.
how many months out of the year do you see another fucking? We used to do those walks, bro, in middle school. Every month there would be a different walk.
Yo, imagine they have
Remember
a
that?
walk nowadays for Pride Month.
Is that a joke?
No.
Imagine, no, I'm saying, imagine that's a thing.
Who's gonna tell him?
He's gonna
tell him? They got a fucking parade down the
Like
street. bro.
seriously though, but
Wanna go join?
seriously
Let's go join
though,
right now.
seriously, it's a problem. Who the fuck cares? I like men. Like who get my fault? But it's like really, why if they really make a walk, it's like why the fuck are these children walking for you to be like I like men?
That's the thing. I think what happened is that
At
just
this
like,
point, gay people are already they're already in the shows and shit. Like what more
I feel like they have-
acceptance
I
do
feel like
they
they have
need?
yo, did you see
more-
what happened with the Oscars? You know what happened with the Oscars? That you
What?
have to have at least like you have like a third of it
Oh,
has
a
to be like
certain amount of
disabled
black
or like
actors,
black
yeah.
or LGBTQ. Like,
so you gotta
or else
be
they
like
can't get an
they have,
Oscar.
they have to
What
have
the
a
fuck
minor.
is
You have
this
to have a certain amount of minorities in your
Yeah.
like production to be qualified
about
to
how many
even win an
movies-
award.
I watched a lot of Patrick Bet-David, and he was like, think about how many movies wouldn't have got an Oscar if that was the rule back then.
Yeah.
All the famous movies. You like classics, right? Think about that. Think about that. That shit's crazy.
Take
And
it
Even
from
now
the
with the remakes, they're
creativity.
trying to remake everything and try to
Oh my
fit it to
God.
a certain agenda.
Mhm.
I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about
Little
Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, I love the original, bro. I love Pinocchio. I love Little Mermaid. I love all the Disney movies.
Yo, imagine they make
As
Pinocchio
soon
a girl.
as soon as I saw,
Yo,
Like
bro,
they
I
made
swear.
Princess
Have you
and
seen
the
that? Have you
Frog.
seen that? Was that Whitney Houston? The girl saw the new Little Mermaid. Dude, that shit is crazy because you're seeing it. This is literally we're seeing it in real time. Like we're here to experience this, which is great. This is gonna be in history.
Yo,
Yeah, they're
that
trying
ass.
to rewrite it, cut.
I don't think they're trying to rewrite shit.
Well, look, so
they're doing like this is literally new. This was not a thing 70 years ago.
No,
This is new. This is a new like
because it's
trend.
being so promoted. I think people did have these feelings back then, but it's like at a certain point, how much of this is people actually feel this way, and how much of it was influenced.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is right. I don't care if you like guys, you like girls. If that's how you feel, bro, whatever, do it.
Mhm.
If it, you have to be of age. If I see a kid talking like that, I'm be like, nah, you're bugging.
Nah,
man.
you're bugging.
Like, just
yeah.
chill out.
Your
Like,
balls ain't
why-
even dropped, bro.
It's
Yeah, like,
bro,
calm down. So at a certain point, it's like every movement you see in America or in general, what happens? It starts with a group of people that really wanted rights. They really wanted a better life. They wanted to be free. Who can
It's
argue
real
that? Like
abuse
I
out
can't.
there.
Like I think a lot of us and the people that they're trying to shut us up, but a lot of us don't care. Like you could do what you want, but keep it in the bedroom. Maybe not try to enforce it on kids in a certain age. Like teach them shit. If they really want to learn, teach that shit to them in like at least like junior year, senior year in high school.
Yeah.
And maybe have like a
that'd be
club
better,
or
'cause-
something like regulated by the
Yeah.
parents.
Mhm.
So it's more like in the parents' hands, and we can really start taking control.
No,
Or not-
I don't-
not
I don't-
we,
I
but
don't
but
think
that's the
parents.
thing
No, I
too.
think 100% it should be out of the school system. They shouldn't be talking about that. Period.
Yeah,
0% at all.
Yeah, no.
I think they should be explaining health and shit, and like how they used to do
Obviously,
it like that.
Yeah, obviously, all the two genders. You can't tell anybody that there's 50 genders.
Yeah, I was
look at
bugging.
you.
They shouldn't be.
I'm gonna
club.
look
That's
at you
be
like
crazy.
you're retarded. Like that shit is not real. Like there's no way. Like there's two genders, bro. You're either born a male or a female. And when you go to school and then you tell them you could change it is even crazier. When you tell a kid that hey, you can be a girl if you want. That
That's
shit is crazy because then they're
because they're easy
their minds
manipulated.
are-
And
their
they're
minds
learning
are
it from the
barely
school
developed.
system, so they think it's right.
It's like how much
Yeah.
time do you spend with teachers compared to your own parents? These kids were saying
exactly.
Like,
You're like people are more close. I feel like people are closer. Like growing up, you're closer to your teachers than you are to your parents.
where do you get more discipline from? The school teachers or your parents? Like depending on the household, I would say the
Yeah.
teachers.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And so it's like it's sad what's going on. It really is, and this is why it's Trump 2024,
Yes, sir.
and we
All the way.
approve this message.
Come back.
That's what I'm saying.
Engineer's laughing. He's like, uh oh. they said the magic words.
I think even this topic we're talking about can be related to health and mental health. Even it's like some of these people, maybe why they're feeling like maybe not like themselves because they're going through things and they're not getting proper treatment for whatever they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how many people transition to the other gender, come back and we're like, oh shit,
Regretted it.
they regret it. A lot of people
those people
kill themselves.
Kill themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It leads to that
That's
shit.
so
But nobody
commit
talks about
suicide.
that. And again, it's like we'll talk about this, and it's like we're not trying to shut you out. We're not trying to like destroy your whole we're not trying to we don't hate you. Or at least me, I don't hate you for who you are.
At least me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna
I
hate
don't
you,
hate. Nope.
but
I
don't
don't
bring
hate
it. Don't bring it on my kids, and don't try to
Yeah.
manipulate anybody else.
Yeah.
Because like how many times have we went to war because another group decided to push their ideology on other people? Every fucking war,
Yeah.
so this is the problem. I think it just
Shout out to Obama for the Middle East though.
Osama bin Laden was a
And
CIA
Bush.
informant. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I swear to God.
Shout
do
out
the
Bush.
research. He was a CIA informant before all that, and then he went rogue.
Rogue.
I'm not gonna talk
Apparently,
about
his family's like super rich though. Like they're billionaires. They like own a lot of oil though.
it. The Saudis.
Yeah,
I want to go over there. You guys like Dubai?
Dubai's nice.
Just
Like,
can't smoke.
it's peaceful.
I feel like you're not like you can't go to Dubai.
I know that. See,
You
once you said that.
can't go to Dubai if you don't got money for real. Like you gotta.
No,
you
there's
gotta
broke
have
part.
some.
There's very broke
Nigga
parts
said
of
there's
Dubai.
broke parts.
Those broke parts. Don't
There's
worry,
very poor
we
parts.
qualify for Dubai.
When I was working at the airport, they told me, it was like, the misconception was like, the city is amazing, but outside the city is messed up. Like,
New York.
so it is less crime though. And
Nah,
it
the
is a
city's
very,
fucked up. New York too.
It's a very interesting area in the world,
Yeah.
in this flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, but back to the mental health shit and shit, like that choice, and I'm not gonna say names, but I remember in our school there was like a girl that I
Yeah,
liked.
I know
and,
exactly
like,
who you're talking about.
I knew her since like
I know
daycare.
exactly.
I think I know
who
who
you're
you're
I knew
talking
her
about.
since daycare.
124?
From 124.
Yeah, I knew her
I
since
think I know who you're talking
daycare,
about, yeah.
I
right?
be seeing her. I mean him. I mean her on the bus sometimes.
No, I don't know. Nah, you're not thinking of who I'm thinking about. But
Not
I
that
knew
know.
her since daycare,
Off
right?
the pod, you're gonna have
And,
to
like,
talk about this.
Yeah, off the pod.
Yeah, I kinda wanna hear-
TP.
But-
Don't say no names.
I knew her since daycare, right? And she was always feminine. She was a girl, like, you know what I'm saying? She was my little boo thing. For me, like, whatever. When we was in daycare.
He's like, I made a transition, bro. It's
Like, right? All
I don't know what you did, but
all
you made a
through
transition.
her life, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? She was
Yeah.
like a regular girl, like feminine, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but
And then after 8th grade, like when we all left, you know, she
Wow.
had to move, I think, to Long Island or some shit. And then I see her, she turned lesbian, she turned bi or some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I low key dodged the bullet, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, damn, like why?
That's
What
funny.
made you?
I feel like-
you know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like-
In my
I
head,
feel
I'm
like-
like, what made her do that?
I think I know who'd be wearing the pants, and they're not in this room.
Nah, but
she'd be telling him like to do shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to cook dinner tonight.
I need to massage my feet.
Massage my bunions.
Please.
Massage my bunions.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo.
obviously throughout her life, I nobody seen any sign. Like, I feel like I never saw a sign of that. So it's like, what made? I would want to know. Like,
Well, I
what
feel
made
like
her make
in that
choice?
scenario, it's like,
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, classes
Never
and
mind.
everything. You feel
Yeah.
me?
we
Yeah.
gotta talk about this. I think
You
in that
know what?
scenario, what happened is
There's
like
a
they
couple
tried
of
it. They tried it out. They tried to just be whatever for whatever years. They tried to just play the role or whatever, and they didn't feel right. And then so she made her mind and decided to pursue what was happy. I think in that scenario, that's okay.
That's
like,
okay.
that's fine. Nobody's arguing with that.
Because it's
Yeah.
like she made her choice individually
Exactly.
by herself.
No.
No one said, "Hey, you can be this," and then she like was trying to force it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said anything. She just
Wasn't like pushed on her. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't. It's
I
like,
think that's
it
way
wasn't
better.
from a teacher saying
Yeah.
that if this is an option or this is what you
Mhm.
should probably look into this. You know, if you feel this way, you should probably do this because it'll make you feel better.
Like,
no, there's
don't-
other things to experience. Like there's other ways to get better without trying to do that. And I think this goes back to humans trying to like attach themselves to a certain ideology or a certain group. Back to the first topic we talked about last time, self-identification. Like a lot of-
Self-identification.
self-identity.
Self-identification.
It's like people want to attach themselves to a group. And so some people might seem lost and they go to these groups. I'm not saying everybody, but some people.
I mean,
And
that's
feel like
natural.
for those
People usually want to gravitate.
They
towards
should get-
people.
go to a group you know you want to do, not because you might have been manipulated when you were younger.
Yeah.
And it's messed up. But how you feel?
I mean,
about it.
I could agree with you guys about what you guys saying, because I mean, hey, self-identity is like the one important thing that you should really like focus on, because it's like that's the one thing that is gonna help you figure out exactly yourself and like just the world in general. You know, I gotta tell you, many people nowadays, mostly like kids, you know, even high school kids, bro, everything with them is just phone. So it's like whatever they see on their phone, they just follow it.
Yep.
It could be whatever's on TikTok, Instagram, this and that. It's like no matter what, they're gonna follow whatever they see. Oh yeah, I want to dress like that. I think it'll be cool.
The trends that be
trends, yeah.
happening.
The trends are the
Oh my
worst,
God,
bro.
the
I'm telling you,
trends.
Oh,
it's
like
just
all
crazy.
the bitches on TikTok throwing their ass out and promoting the
That-
Yeah,
Bro,
think about how many
that's-
drag queens. Think about how many drag queens
Yeah.
you'll see that get mad clout.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, they try to.
they
to.
promote
I
promiscuity.
feel like
bro.
now they're trying
Satan.
to promote. Yeah, I feel like that's
Satan,
really
there you go.
satanic that they're trying to promote
See.
The Catholic,
sexuality and all that.
it's all the
on
Catholic's
kids.
fault.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like literally, they're trying to push that. Like that's literally what's cool now is pushing sexuality on kids. Like Ice Spice made a music video and she had a 17-year-old.
16-year-old, yeah, the
Yeah,
16-year-old
she had
girl, yeah.
16-year-olds
She's a
twerking in
TikTok
her
star,
video.
Bro,
yeah.
they got Munchables.
That's crazy.
Munchables.
Munchables.
Yeah, they do.
Munchables.
Yo, I saw that on Instagram last time. I remember.
Yo, I seen a
That's
video
funny,
on
though.
Instagram, and it was
I
like
want to try them now.
it was like this teacher, and she was getting her class together, and she said like this Sexy Red freaking song like ski, and all the
Nah, that
kids,
song
all
is
the kids,
crazy.
all the kids
They
were
know
like
all the
ski,
lyrics.
but it's like, look at the music videos. Is this what kids really need to be like looking at?
Nah.
It's
Sexy
like
Red be promoting eating the booty hole. Like, bro,
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Coochie pink.
Pound
my booty.
Town.
Hole,
What type
bro.
of-
Pound Town.
Like,
Pound
what the
Town.
when you back in the day, if some artist was doing that shit, we was all looking at them crazy. Why is this normal?
nah, because think about back
Why
then,
is
even
this
like
so-
maybe 80s or I want to say 80s, 90s, like they had a lot of wild ass rap songs.
Yeah,
like,
but,
old school, they had a
but
lot of wild
you
ones.
would know
Bitch,
not to
fat
play it for
motherfucker.
children. Like you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
it wasn't
It
it wasn't like regulated. There was no Instagram for kids to look at it and
Yeah.
for it to be normal.
Yeah.
Even on like the radios, your dad would probably turn it to a different radio. Like you know what I'm saying?
But now,
Like,
bro, it's
they
like,
wouldn't
it's right
play
there.
those CDs in front of you. You know?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
It's
But
right there.
nowadays, they just look on their phone.
On TikTok, they might just stumble across it.
Exactly.
It's like Cardi B. She got a freaking they had promotions with McDonald's. So now you're
Yeah.
promoting this type of behavior that really doesn't get you anywhere. And now you're also promoting McDonald's and eating
Yeah.
unhealthy. Like, what type of society do we live in? Like, this is
Like-
crazy. And it's people like are just like, okay, I'll follow you guys down. No, I'll go eat
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
I'll go try that fucking.
I feel like it's
Whopper.
more subconscious.
That
though.
big
It's-
wop.
It's like
Big wop.
seeing
Big
it
wop,
so many
yo.
times, and like seeing it so many times and just on rerun. Like just
Mhm.
your,
It's
your,
more
your
annoying,
eyes are
yeah.
really eating all this
It's more
information.
annoying when
Oh
you
my
see it
God,
on
bro.
repeat. Like it's just like
Yeah,
you're
and then it's
seeing
like it's subconscious because it's like, oh, I'm gonna make this decision. I don't really
Yeah.
know why I'm making it, but
The thing is, the sensory has been lost, and our
I feel like
tolerance,
everyone has a sensory
our
overload.
our
like,
tolerance
yeah.
for shit has went up. Like you know what I'm saying?
think-
we were I think as a society, like you know what I'm saying?
Everyone's so
our,
desensitized.
yeah, like we what is it? Desense or whatever.
Desensitized. Or
We desensitized
Whatever.
like MTV and shit. They would make
Yeah, learn
everything
English.
clean and
Yeah.
shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
But
And
now I can
there
go on my
was
phone
more
right now and look at a video of
intolerance
a
for
guy
shit.
getting his head cut off. Like I could watch anything on my phone right now.
Literally.
Anything. I
But
could
there
look
was
at anything.
there was more intolerance for shit. Like now they're trying to take that away and make us more tolerant for kids to be taught this type of
Yeah.
shit and
Maybe-
for kids to see this shit on
Maybe the
TikTok.
internet
There's a
was the
lot of-
reason, like the
there's a-
LGBTQ agenda. I wouldn't say the whole group, but the agenda behind it. Maybe this is how they got so promoted. At least now, because
Yeah.
you talk about back then, it wasn't a thing. Maybe it's because of the internet.
And
And
yeah,
now anybody can be at home, just in their dark ass room
being gay.
Yeah.
with their satanic kind of shit. Yo, facts.
You
There's
can
a
be gay in your
song.
room
Yeah.
alone.
Dude, there's a
Nobody will know.
And just put anything you want on the
Yo,
internet.
there's this dude that made a
Like you can be gay at home alone.
all right, bro, speak for
And it's
yourself.
stay there. Like,
yo,
just,
yo.
just keep it there, bro.
Speak for yourself. But nah,
That's funny.
I saw this music video of this guy. I don't know if it was like a group of people who made it, but it was an LGBTQ group.
Okay.
And they sung the song and it was like, I don't remember the lyrics. It's not my playlist, but he was talking about how, oh, if you like how straight parents are trying to protect their kids, like, we're gonna come for your children. Like they was saying some crazy shit. Like, oh, like blatantly, like they're gonna come for our kids. Like kids our age, and then like they're just gonna like I feel like they are targeting kids. Like
It's
100%.
also that too.
They have story time.
They
They have drag
it's the-
drag
it's the-
story time.
It's the demonic stuff that they're putting on the music videos, bro. Like anything they put on a music video, it's just demonic, and it's like, wow, you're gonna make my kid want to watch this, and then the kids are gonna be like, yeah, it makes them become emo, bro. I'm being for real, like it really does.
It's how
Like, bro,
Satan was
it comes
able
with the
to
point.
manifest himself
Yeah.
in these high places, in the high places
I
of
think
power.
I think Satan is a person.
You think Satan is a person?
He's a literal person that
a little person.
he's
A
a
little
literal
person?
Oh, I think he said a little
He's
person.
a literal person. I think
Oh,
he's a
I
person.
thought he said
He's a
little
fallen
person
because
too. I was like,
because
what?
in the Bible it said it doesn't talk about it. Like it says
But
he.
yeah, he's a fallen angel.
He's a
Lucifer,
okay, but it says
whatever.
he.
Yeah,
But
It
yeah,
never-
you
it
can talk
never-
to Michael.
it
And
always-
when he talks
But they
about
refer to
Michael,
God
he
as
says
he too. But I mean, what do you think about God?
You don't say it.
Well,
you
there's-
don't call
there's-
God it.
It.
You don't
Nah.
call yo praise it.
But that's what everyone knows. But there's in the Bible it says
Praise
let's
him.
make like in the Bible it says let's make man in our image. So it's not one person. He says our.
Yo,
it's saying
so I had a
our.
very, I had a
Oh, yeah, I
debate
get
about
what
that
you're
because
saying.
I read what you were talking about. It's in like the first chapter. Like that's in Genesis. Did you start reading?
Huh?
Did you start reading? or
Yeah, I've been
something?
reading.
That's
But
what
I'm
I mean.
saying
well,
like
I feel
it
like
says
in that sense,
says-
angels
so-
would be the base of what.
So
we're
how it's
learning.
interpreted
But
is that it's
there's-
like it's made in God and then the angels that he was with, because obviously
No,
there
I
were
think-
angels before man
no.
was made.
I think it's God the Mother and God the Father. I don't know if I spoke about this with you, but there's
Explain
It
that
says-
to me.
I don't know enough to explain it. I'm gonna learn, and the next time I'm gonna come back at you with
So
the
we're gonna have a
facts.
separate next pod. We're gonna
Next
we're gonna
pod, next
have
pod.
Separate, yeah.
But
It's
it
better,
talks
yeah.
about God.
I'm
It talks
good.
about God and he's in first person. It's in first person, obviously, but he's saying, God, let's make man in our image. And what do you see? You see all over the planet is the female. It's male and female. So there has to be two.
Well,
God the mother and God the father.
Female was made from man, technically in the Bible. And the
Yeah.
female was made from
Yeah.
Adam's rib. It was made from man.
Yeah.
I mean, even before then, there was still,
Dummy.
there were still people on the earth. There were still creatures. There were still animals on the earth.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
there's
a
female
debate.
or there's
I feel
male and
that's a
female.
debate.
So
Well, so my take on religion, right? I always said it's like either there's multiple gods, and this is why you see like other religions have different gods, or there's one God that's just being interpreted differently in everybody
Yeah.
else's eyes.
Yeah,
It's two options. Like
Mhm.
it has to be. I don't think there's no God. I feel like there definitely is a God. There definitely are powers at play, but yeah, we gotta say
it's like, bro, there's no
Yeah,
way
we
we're
gotta
here
say
right
this,
now
like,
out of
really,
chance.
yeah, like
Like there's
right?
no way we're literally just a bunch of.
well, there's no way we could feel love without like God. Just the ability to love somebody, love thy neighbor.
Well, that's chemical, but yeah.
but he made the chemicals.
You can definitely have a
Exactly.
You can definitely have a spiritual connection, like for sure. Like, you can love God, but I feel like anything other than like spiritual love, like if you have physical love, you like physical things, like even sex, like or masturbating, like physical things that bring you pleasure. Those are all like that's demonic.
That's
It's like
demonic,
really,
it's
it's
true.
like
Yeah.
against God.
God never
think
said
about-
to not have sex. He just said
Yeah.
don't do it
Think about-
before marriage.
think about
Make sure
this
you
way,
marry
when
a
you're-
girlfriend.
When you're,
Think about it.
think about it this
Yeah,
way.
hold on.
When you're
I ready to get out
masturbating,
before you.
yo, hold on. No, but think about it. Like when you're literally masturbating or some shit, like yo, you're literally
Yo.
having every demonic. You know what I mean, bro?
Yo, if
God-
you're yo,
God is
having, like,
watching
every-
you, dude.
You're having like no, that's what I'm saying.
Like
You're
hunched
having-
over
giving
and
away
shit.
your
Yo,
soul
imagine,
for
no,
no
imagine like
Exactly.
imagine you're like someone that passed away in your life, or just God, just saying, "Oh, I wonder what he's up to today," and he just looks in on your life, looks through his little window, his camera feed, and just sees you like a
Looks through
fucking
the clouds.
like a fucking monkey, just like
That's
yo,
wild. That's wild.
you know what I mean? Like yo, he's gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
Yo,
Why did
bro,
I- like, what
you're
did I do?
having every the people that do that shit. They're I'm sorry to say it, they're basically Satanists because they're having every demon. I'm sorry to say it. You want me to be honest with you?
If you masturbate, you're a Satanist, Joe.
Support Satan.
I'm not
listen
trying
to
to say it in that way. I'm just saying it's because you're having every demonic person, every demonic creature, whatever, anything, bro.
Entity,
you have
like,
them
not entities,
all
these-
around, but you know what I
these
mean.
feelings.
like,
These
I would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like something towards
Temptation.
that.
Temptation,
Like,
yeah.
I heard from like Illuminati, like and like I heard other
Illuminati.
people say this too. Even women would say this. It's like gazer. Like sex is really like a soul bond thing, right? And that's why
Yeah.
God also wants you to do it when you get married, because then that's the one you choose to bond your soul with, right? Now, if you're masturbating, what are you bonding with? Yourself. And you're just giving away your soul to no one for no reason, just for your own pleasure. And that is a sin, and it gives you no purpose. You don't
It's
gain
true.
anything from it.
So you
You know what I'm
feel like a
saying?
piece
You
of shit
honestly
after.
weaken yourself by
Exactly,
doing
it's
it.
true.
Post nut
Each time.
syndrome.
Post-nut
Exactly.
syndrome is insane.
This is
Yeah.
full post-nut syndrome.
Post nut syndrome, yo. Nah,
Nah,
it's
Yo,
crazy.
we
But
might
yeah,
want to
like-
rethink the name of the podcast. I'm thinking post nut or post syndrome.
Elevated nut.
Elevated nut.
Elevated.
And and then we can link all this back to mental health, back to what's influence, how the school system is, how we're influenced.
And what's
Because to some degree, we were programmed.
Yeah.
And there's some in a way we all are. Even in the
even
where
the
we were
food.
born,
Bro, I have
the
a
parents that
story.
we had.
I have
But
a
the
story,
food's
bro.
in the school.
I was
Yep, that
in.
too.
I don't know if
That
you
shit used to
remember.
slap.
I don't know if you remember her. I
We've
think it was
had
7th grade, Miss
burgers.
Warcola. You remember Miss Warcola?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I forgot about her, bro.
We were in her class. This is
Yo, I had a bitch
mind
with a
you-
chair in her class.
Mind you, this
Oh,
was
really?
I
2016.
smacked the bitch with a chair, bro.
Yo,
right in the class. I got,
yo, mind you, this was 2016. So like, it was the election, Trump election.
Yo, my
Oh,
God.
yeah, 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 I remember that.
Oh, my God.
Listen,
Everybody
I
was
remember-
going
She was on my
crazy
dick.
for
I
that, bro.
remember she would like have bias against us. Like it was like the example. We were in class and we were taking a poll, and she was like, "Okay, which one? How many of you would vote for Hillary Clinton? Whatever."
Isn't that crazy?
And,
Like, they're
and
gonna
then
be like, oh,
I swear to God, like 95%, like not even the whole class raised their hand. Everyone raised their hand,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Okay, now raise your hand if you vote for Trump." And me and Ramon raised our hands. Me and Ramon raised our hands. She was like, "Okay," like,
Yeah.
as if like she like threw a little jab, like as if that was
Exactly.
bad.
I was the
You see?
only
At the
one
time,
who
I
put
was
my hand up
At
too.
the time, I was joking. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
"Oh, this would be funny," and me and him raised our hands.
she's probably watching CNN.
Well,
No,
today.
I did. I
Probably.
raised my hand
She's
too.
probably a libtard.
But I truthfully rose my
Lip-tart.
hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she
Yeah.
was like making it seem like, oh, you're a Trump
Yeah.
supporter. I'm like, yeah, the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, the fuck?
It's
I
funny
was-
because people don't understand. They fail to understand that before the election, everyone loved Trump.
Yep.
Like whether it was
He was hosting fights for the UFC. He
Yo.
had a good relationship with Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bro.
Everybody talks about. I can go deep on Trump because
He
it's
did
like,
a lot for.
Bro, he
for
was
New
a
York
fucking
too,
Why do you guys
party.
think
He
that
was literally a
he's-
rock star. Like everyone loved him. He literally built New York.
let's go into this
Yeah.
real
He
quick.
put so much money into New York. He helped fix the
Mhm.
the police system. It's like this man has literally brought the city back from drugs and corruption.
So why do you think he's being so prosecuted? What do you think?
It's the
Why-
agenda,
why?
bro. They don't want him back in office. He's not a politician,
Because he's
and
a
I don't
good
think he can be
man,
bought.
Maybe.
I think he can.
I
be
don't think
bought.
he can be-
It's
no,
who
I
do you
don't-
want buying him though?
I don't think he can be bought.
Anybody can be bought.
I don't
You
think
said it
he can.
yourself. You said it
What are you
yourself.
gonna give
He
the
has
man?
so much
Remember the
power.
billionaire
What
talk
are you
we
gonna
had?
give
Oh,
the man
yeah.
that already has
Come on,
everything?
man.
What are you gonna give the man that already has everything? He has
Exactly. He
money.
doesn't need
He
to
has
be
a
bought.
state. He
It's-
has
again, anybody can
he
be bought. It
already
just
has.
depends on what it's for. Obviously, Dana White can probably buy him to, promote UFC a little bit, in his political power. So it's like, who
but
do you want
he's-
buying him?
I don't think.
The
he
current.
can.
Do you want the current situation that we have in the U.S.? Do you want them to be buying him or someone who has good intentions? That's what we need to be asking. For me, I think he's being so prosecuted because obviously he can't be bought. He's anti-establishment. He's all these things. And if you look at Biden, like he's clearly a puppet. Like
Yep.
he's clearly like just
Can't
a
even find
lifeless
his way
soul.
off the stage.
Like somebody else is running the show right now. Clearly, it's nobody
Yeah.
can say it's not happening. So Trump, he's gonna all the people that are in power right now. If you gotta think about it, all the corruption, they're in power right now. They have all the power.
Yeah.
All the corruption that we see, it's literally the people in power.
Notice we're under a Democratic Party right now.
That's crazy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Democrats were supposed to be the good guys.
I know, right?
I feel like
Crazy,
Democrats, I
but-
feel like everyone knows this, but they just prey on people's emotions. They tell people what they want to hear. Like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it's like they take no action to actually fix the problems. And even in these Democratic run states, it's like there's no. They want to say that they're progressive, but there's no progression. They're going nowhere. If not, it's getting worse.
Let me say this about Trump. It's like if it's really about if we really don't want him president because or if the excuse is right. If you ask anybody that hates Trump, it's he's a bad guy.
He's racist.
He's a bad business guy. Yeah, he's a racist.
Yeah.
He freaking did a lot of shady shit. If
like,
you're gonna
show
use
me a clip
no,
when
not
he's,
even
like,
this. If you're
racist.
gonna use these examples, right? Okay,
You have to have
let's
proof
go
to
after
back it
Hillary
up.
Clinton. Let's go after George Soros, Timothy Fink. Let's go after the people that made opioids, the freaking Stradler family or whatever their name is, that literally just had to pay a fine. Nobody got arrested. They killed a lot of people. Look about the opioid epidemic. That was a big thing. That still is a big thing. Nobody got arrested. All right. Think about all the bad people in the world that are really doing bad shit. They're not getting prosecuted at all. You want to talk about? Let's talk about Epstein.
And they're profiting off of it.
What about the list of people that went there that never got released?
Yeah.
Right. So if the excuse is, Trump's a bad guy, he hates America. So
It's
let's
like,
go. Let's
wasn't
use
the past-
that. Yeah.
Wasn't the past 8 years from
Shit don't make
2016 the
sense.
best years ever?
Yeah.
Like economically, it was like amazing. Everyone was working. There was barely any unemployment. I think unemployment was at all-time low. The economy was through the roof. It was amazing, and there was. I didn't notice anything bad about
It's like
those
shouldn't
years.
that
I'll
qualify
think
him
about
doing a
it.
good job?
Yeah,
Like,
and I'll think about it, and it's like I can barely remember anything before 2020, and I think it's because that was such a horrible year. Like even all of us, we were still developing, whether we like it or not. Like it was like 16, like 15, 16. We were in like fucking quarantine.
I missed out on
In our
half of
houses.
sophomore and then the whole
Exactly,
junior year.
exactly. It
Yeah.
was like,
We all
bro,
did.
we didn't get to. Those are like I think those are the most crucial parts of development, is because you're around other people, you're socializing every day, and it's like that really
well, I think
helps
you
you.
could have used that time for you could have benefited or you could have
Yeah.
Yeah,
At that
you
time,
could
it
have
was
been
fight
very
or flight,
different.
bro.
So it's
Yeah.
all about your mentality. I mean, you had to look at it like, what did you learn from it, and then you just got to go from there.
It was
Yeah.
fight or flight at that time.
Yeah, it's like, are you okay with not being around people and really focusing on yourself? I think that would have been a great time to just grind on yourself, really get your body in shape. I didn't take that
I think
opportunity.
a lot of people benefited from it, but a lot of people, I think most people actually were hindered by it, and they
Mhm.
actually had negative effects.
Well, I think the people that
Because bro, think about it. When you're in Saddle Day and the news was going crazy at that time, and the only thing you see is news.
Andrew Cuomo, remember him? And then he
Yes.
got
It was
canceled.
bad for businesses too, though. Like hella,
Yeah.
of course.
Especially the small black-owned businesses, which they were trying to
Yeah.
protect. It was like, bro, you would go in the streets and they'd be rioting and burning those buildings down. It's like, what is
Yeah.
what is actually your agenda? Because
And it was
If you
half
were-
the time
if
it
you were
was federal
peaceful-
agents and,
yeah.
and starting the riots, like, and they don't talk about that either. We're gonna talk about it.
we're
Best
gonna talk
believe.
about it.
We're gonna talk about it. It's fucking liberals, bro. All liberals.
It's fucking
That's why we need Trump, though.
Libtards.
That's why we need Trump. Like,
Yeah.
and again, it's like I think, like I look at what Trump says now, and he doesn't say anything that I like. I can't listen to him and be like, he got a point. Like, oh, he don't got a point. Like, he's acting a little bit racist. Like, no. You know, when I might feel like that, or when people hear that, when they watch
With
CNN.
Biden.
No, when they watch CNN and when they play clips of Trump talking, they're gonna take that 5 seconds of him just saying a thing in a weird tone, and
Not
that's
even
the,
like
that's the
they'll
video.
cut it. Like when he was talking,
Yep.
when they said that he was being racist against Mexicans, that they're rapists and murderers and they're crossing the borders. He was talking about MS-16. He was talking about the cartel and the gangs, and they literally cut out the first
Yep.
part where he mentioned that where he was talking about the Mexican
That's fucking
cartel and the
crazy.
gangs, and they just said Mexicans, and then they cut to when he said rapists and murderers. And it's like, bro, when you actually go to the source of the interview, because I've done that obviously when I was making my transition from being liberal or more, liberal to conservative or more Republican. I wouldn't say I'm Republican, but I'm definitely way more conservative than I am
We're
liberal.
human beings, bro. We just want everybody to be happy.
I mean, naturally, if
Think
you're
we want money, we want
if you're
everybody
a
to make
decent
money and
person,
be free. That's
if you're a
it.
decent person,
Yeah.
you would be conservative, because conservative values are you work hard, you work hard for what you want, what you need,
Yeah.
and you prosper. You become, it's more capitalism.
Yeah.
You work hard until you make it, and everything is yours. You have to work for it, and you can't. It's like no handouts. But it's like liberals are the opposite. They want to give you free money. They want to keep you unemployed. They want to have you under government assistance. Like, bro, how many people did you know growing up had EBT, bro? Like, I had EBT, bro.
Oh
I
my
was going
God.
to the store.
T.
The Aqua blessed though. He would let me get the hot sandwiches with the EBT.
Isn't it crazy though how the EBT, right? It's kind of incentivized for
Yeah.
like for
for single
single mothers
yeah.
of a lot of kids to get then more money, and then
because they get dependent on the government.
yes, and then
That's
a
what
lot
they
of
want.
people do need it, but it's like at a certain point, how much of our tax money is going to that? Like
Too
more than
much.
half of all our tax money is going to like these government funding,
To keep people dependent on the government. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
and that shit is crazy. And it's like, what is it doing now?
And they're de-promoting the nuclear family, like having a father in the home, which is fucking crucial. It's important.
Yeah, now all the fathers are girls.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bro, if somebody
I said it like this,
if-
yo.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't, like, I have a good
Literally.
filter, but like if somebody told me that they had two moms, I'd laugh in their face. It's
I don't
like
know.
it's like you
Uh.
meet their moms and it's like one of them is clearly a dude. It's like, this is my mom and this is my mom.
Nah, that's crazy.
And it's like one of them is like got a
confused.
weird look.
This is my mom and this is mom. That's mom. Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know how,
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
how else to say it,
I was
bro.
gonna say, isn't it crazy that they can give chicks dicks, but they can't cure cancer? Like, to me, that shit is fucking wild, bro.
Nah.
Hey man, I don't know if that qualifies a legitimate penis. It's like a floppy clit.
Yo,
It's like,
yo, nah,
You can
bro.
definitely give a dude a vagina though, but there's complications.
Yeah, who?
Yo, bro, if I got
Jaden
dick,
Smith
yo,
do that
bro,
or some shit?
what?
Yo,
What, bro?
Somebody did it.
What?
Nah, I'm not gonna say. Yo, I don't want to say nothing
He said
crazy.
Jaden Smith, yo.
I don't want to say
feel like
nothing crazy,
I forgot.
but like,
Somebody did that back in the day.
Yeah.
Nah,
bro, I don't want to say
I'm
nothing crazy, but like, it's not even it's not even real because they gotta keep it like open because that's only a gash. It's a wound. It's gonna naturally
Yeah,
want to
that's-
close.
I-
Ugh.
So it's like
Yo.
they have to do
Constantly
extra
thinking themselves.
processes. Oh my god,
That's how they do it, bro. Yo,
Dude, this
nah,
this
bro, it's
conversation
wild.
is going so
Yeah.
left.
Nah, yeah, no.
Yo, you, bro,
Yeah,
you,
no.
you started this. You started this,
Hey
man.
man, I'm just trying to inform the people.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right, buddy.
Chicks, you're the one who said chicks with dicks.
I was just stating my opinion.
Hey man, I'm just trying to break the ice.
You could have went with, oh, they do have a cure with cancer. You could have went that
He
way.
went straight to the other one, bro.
Hey man, I'm just riding your wave.
No. You started this
Nah,
one.
don't
All
try
right.
to
If
do
that
that.
listen, it's 2023. If that's how you want, if that's how you feel, more power to you, brother. That's it. That's all I can say.
Fuck you.
That's all I can say. What do you think,
Uh,
Trump? What's gonna happen if Trump doesn't get in office?
I don't think it necessarily has to be Trump, but I'd prefer him because he definitely knows how to
Well,
fix
what
the
happens if he
economy.
doesn't? If someone
I'm
if he
saying
doesn't,
whether I don't care who it is, it's gonna be a They're gonna vote a Republican in because it's
you think
not
it's gonna happen? It has to
because
be.
people like, bro, you think about it, and it's like, how did people before not fucking figure this shit out? Like every single time there's a Democrat in office, nothing gets done. They say stuff gets done, but it's like nothing has changed. Nothing. And then when you see a Republican shit starts moving, the ball starts rolling, the economy's booming, like it's like a broken record, bro. How are you seeing the same shit and it's like you still haven't figured it out? Like
Yeah,
you're
I
in
think,
the fucking
well,
you're in the gutters, like
It's very easy.
you're
to
not
fix this
you're not
country.
prospering in this country. Like everyone's struggling right now. And it's like, bro, once I feel like it's gonna get better, bro. It's gonna get better, obviously. But I think the next person to get voted into office is definitely not gonna be a fucking liberal. It's not gonna be a
What if Michelle
Democrat.
Obama runs?
You mean Mike?
He's a Mike.
Obama. Obama's
real-
wife
is that a real
is a
thing?
dude.
Is that a real like thing? Like,
Hey, bro, I saw a print.
I seen
There's like
Candace
videos
Owens.
and pictures where
Candace
she has a
Owens
print.
was talking about how Obama might be fucking gay. Like, and
Yeah, there's people who have come out and said, "Yeah, I gave Obama head in the back of
like,
his."
You're lying,
That's-
really?
Adam's like, "What?"
that's kind of crazy.
What?
Yeah, he's
I
bugged
know,
out.
I'm like,
you can see
whoa,
through the
what?
glasses.
He's like, I never heard
What?
of this.
Oh my god, Joel, you into politics?
That explains why he did more for the LGBTQ community than the black community.
Yeah.
That explains it.
You into politics?
I'm getting into it little by little. Like every time I hear you guys, I just like I kind of do my best with studying it, you know. But I like it more when I hear you guys speaking more about it, because it's like I have more of an understanding. Because
Well, different
y'all talk
perspectives.
more,
I think
you
this
know?
is the great. This is the great part of listening to podcasts or being on a podcast. You get to
exactly.
hear
Yeah.
one. We get to really get into deep thought, and then also hear different perspectives. I think that's what's very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Even what you see with CNN and Fox News, to tie that back to politics, it's like you have one side, right, promoting just straight Democratic values, and then another Republican or liberal, conservative, whatever it is.
It's sad though. Those people are supposed to they're supposed to get the information to you, clean information, like the truth,
and that you interpret it. You know?
yeah. And then they're just like,
I don't want to
You know
hear
what?
biased.
and,
I don't want to hear
and
biased.
it's funny
information.
because CNN is the one that posted that clip of him saying those things about Mexicans, and it's like the original clip is clearly about the cartel and the gangs.
Yeah,
And it's like they literally like the news, bro. The news that gives you information. You're supposed to get the information. Like I wouldn't
I don't
trust.
think
I
they-
wouldn't trust these
They
motherfuckers with the
control the
weather.
news.
Like
The
I wouldn't
news-
trust.
Nah, or because
They
I think that's the
control
only
it.
thing that they're accurate
I think
on.
that's the only thing I trust the news with is the weather.
they control the news though. Like you
Yeah,
guys
they
obviously
do.
saw that
Obviously,
video
you
of
can
all
buy,
the
yeah.
news, and they're like all at the same time saying the same exact.
Well, all these
Yeah.
companies, the news
Right?
companies, the
Some news
military,
outlets cannot be trusted. Like
the
I seen that
military,
video.
the military-industrial complex, the freaking pharmaceutical companies, fast food companies, all these, the S&P 500, they're all owned by the same people. All of them, they all are controlled by the same people, and this has been proven. Like this is what we know.
Who do you
And
think the
they're
worst-
not talking about
Who
it?
do you think the
It's
worst?
just-
Who do you think the worst candidate would be for the next
I
election?
don't even
The
know who
worst.
candidates are. I'm not gonna
No,
lie,
I'm
but
saying like
Biden,
just a
if he's
person,
rerun,
That-
is it confirmed? Is he rerunning?
bro. President Dr. Fauci. Imagine.
Is that the,
No way.
is that the Indian dude?
No, I don't think
Yo,
so.
That's
I
the
think-
Indian
I hope
dude, right?
not.
Yo, you know about the Indian dude, Vivek?
Vivek is pretty good. I like Vivek.
I
like
saw.
Vivek.
I just
Yeah.
saw
My
a guy.
you know what's so funny? I was asking my parents. It was like, oh, we think he's full of shit, and he's like, oh, he just looks fake. And I'm like, where'd you hear that from? CNN? I'm like, please explain that to me. Because when I heard him,
What are you talking
I
about?
really found out. I really like listened to him on the Nelk podcast,
Yeah,
and he was talking, and like they really are just like shitty interviewers. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
but he was really just like
They
trying
don't
to
really,
promote his
they don't
campaign.
really try to. They don't really try to. That's kind of funny that they're like.
Like if
people
I
are
have the opportunity to interview a president, I'm gonna be like, so what do you think your purpose in life is? What do you think happens when you die? Do you think the government is corrupt? Right? I'm gonna be asking all these.
That's
But like, I
a-
want to see his opinion because,
Yeah.
like, how are you gonna react to these questions, and then are you gonna answer truthfully? Because it's like it's one thing to be on a stage full of freaking lights and teleprompters and all this and just speak, right? But to then really be questioned on your opinions and to really hold your ground, that's a different story.
Well, I think they
So
do
that's
that.
why I
I
think
think
podcasting is-
politicians and people who do that, or they get faced with that every day. So I feel like they're
Yeah, but
naturally
who's writing the
affixed-
script?
Yeah, so I'm saying they're naturally affixed to a script. So it's like if they know they're gonna do an interview, obviously they're gonna have a script and what specific answers. And if they get an answer that they're not prepared for, they'll act like they don't understand it. Fucking
Ask
do a
me,
stupid ass
answer me
vote.
this. What do you think is gonna happen? Because I had asked it. I had asked this question. What do you think is gonna happen if a party like Trump doesn't get in office?
It depends on who gets in office. It's like
Any Democrat, what do you think is gonna happen? How do you think the world is gonna go? Please explain
It's
to me.
gonna
I
be the
think
same
I think
shit.
what's gonna happen is gonna be
I think
more
we're gonna have another war
more
it's the same
agenda.
shit. It's gonna continue to
'Cause
run
Russia-
into
the-
more chaos
because the Ukraine and Russia are still going at it.
You think
And
they're-
we're dumping.
They can't even get out of
We're
there.
dumping
It's too
billions
bad.
of dollars in there, and it's like
It's another Afghanistan.
yeah, because they're losing. Like people want to talk about how Ukraine is winning and they're doing good. Like they're losing bad. Like there's real information out there that'll say they're fucking struggling right now and they're losing. And like Putin didn't even want a war. Like he was just like, yo, he felt threatened because his country, his border, people were at his border that didn't align with his beliefs, and he was obviously threatened. He felt threatened, so he wanted to make some moves and say, hey, all you have to do is say that Ukraine is part of Russia. They had to join. Russia. And as soon as they didn't do that, the Americans were like, "Oh yeah, fight yeah, don't do it. And then it's like, because obviously we pull the strings and everything.
Yeah,
America
most
is
definitely.
America's literally the world's
right?
police. Yeah.
My thing is with Ukraine, right? How many billionaires are being made right now because of that
Yeah.
war? And you really want to talk about it? Nobody in America. It's like we don't have like I refuse to believe that people are this hateful that we can be okay with going to war when in the Bible it says that thou shalt not kill. But when it's a person that has a different belief and is in a different part of the world, oh yeah, we can send our teenagers.
Well, I actually think it's
and the
thou
people-
shalt not murder. It's not kill. 'Cause you
murder,
can
same
kill
shit. But that's murdering. You're
animals.
murdering people for, and it's like, think about it like this. Why are you going to the military, right? Maybe for financial reasons, or maybe because you're such a patriot and you love your country that might be corrupt. You know,
Sometimes they're forced.
sometimes they're forced, and then you're gonna sacrifice your life. And this is why I wouldn't go to the army. Now, I do think that we need an army, but they need to be deployed when like it's really necessary.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to be in Ukraine. That's something that they need to figure out. And what's crazy, what I was gonna say is that we're the ones that are actively trying to get Ukraine. Like NATO is actively trying to get Ukraine into NATO, so that once they're into NATO, that we're actually allowed to attack Russia. That's an act of war. What they're doing, if Ukraine is attacked, if Ukraine is a part of NATO, that's crazy. We're the ones trying to egg it on, and we're the ones making billions.
And we're dumping millions and billions, like billions of dollars are being sent like every day.
And
to
look,
that
all
country.
the babies are getting killed, and just innocent.
Bro, the
people.
videos
Is
are-
this
the
really
videos
what's
are
necessary? It is, bro.
The videos are actually crazy.
And then it's like, who are we to get involved in other countries? Like, look at our country. Look at New York. Look at all the migrant situation. Look at the
migrant
inflation.
situation is a whole clusterfuck.
The difference between
It's
minimum
bad.
wage and living wage. That's what a lot of people struggle with. That's why you need to depend on the government, because the jobs they offer aren't even paying us what we need to live properly. You're not happy. This is why people fall into the rat race, and this is what
They get complacent.
they get just stuck in life.
It's like a lot of people are like, why the fuck would I work if I can just be on unemployment and like make more money than if I were to be working?
And then
That's a lot of people's mindsets.
If you start working, the government's gonna start taking away that money. So now you're in a place where it's like, oh fuck, I have no money now, and then
Yeah.
you're just incentivized to stay in one spot and just be the government's freaking
Bitch.
sheep,
Yeah.
bitch. That's it.
Bitch.
And
Bitch.
we definitely need Trump to fix this. Or, you know what? Maybe 2028.
I don't want to wait.
I'll
wanna
run.
wait,
I'll
bro.
run for president. That's all right.
Really?
gotta come back,
you
bro.
can run right now. You can run for the next election.
Nah, I need to get clout. I need to get supporters. I'm gonna start a revolution, bro. We would it? Take over the world.
What's the word, bro?
You can take over the world.
That sounds very.
What's the word, bro?
I'll make some.
Swear.
I don't think that's a good campaign slogan.
revolutionary
Take over.
music.
Take over the world.
He'll make
Elevated,
You heard
take over the
that?
world.
I love yo.
He'll make some.
Facts.
He'll make some
revolutionary
elevated
music.
music, yo.
Gang
We should make a
Yo,
cult first.
elevated music.
I feel like it'd be easier to.
What did you just say?
Huh?
What did he
What?
just say?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Elevated cult. That looks like a fucking cult. God, look at it.
No, that's pretty.
That's
come on.
Moloch right there,
I mean,
bro.
we gotta get that more like HD, but no.
Bro, that's Moloch.
Nah, don't talk about that's crazy. You've seen that,
That is
right?
crazy. Yeah, I see.
With the videos, you guys know what Moloch is?
Nigga,
So,
you were in
you
the
know what
car.
Moloch
when
is?
he was in the car with us.
Yeah, you watched the video.
I don't remember.
Basically, there was a video of these actors and people in Hollywood going to this like I guess, basement.
Politicians, yeah.
And a bunch of politicians.
The elite.
And they had
Elite-
like
elite
the
people.
elite basically, and they were all dressed up in these gowns, and they basically had they wrapped up some like wood or some shit to make it look like a body that was wrapped up,
like a baby,
and they tossed it into like this big ass thing that kind of
like
looks
a
like
pit.
that.
It was like a
You
pit.
actually kinda looks
It was
like
like a
that.
pit in the
What?
bottom of the statue, and the
Mhm.
statue was an owl.
And it lights it on fire. Now,
No
what
way.
they're trying to represent and what they're recreating
It's like sacrificial.
it's like the moon
ceremonies.
god Moloch. And what that was is that back in the day, you would give your firstborn, or you would give like a baby to Moloch as like a sacrifice, and like people used to put that shit in a fire. Like you seen it, right?
That's
That's
crazy.
You showed us
yeah.
the video, yeah.
That's
You
insane.
literally
Alex
seen
Jones,
someone just
Alex
throwing a baby
Jones,
in a
Alex
freaking
Jones
fire.
literally snuck into one
And
of
this
those
is
minis.
this is what they're trying to like basically play as. All the elites, all the actors, politicians. This is what they're doing. This is the people that should be in power. Like, come on. It should be us, a group of guys like us that really want to see, you know,
For sure.
group of guys like us. We don't do nothing
Put
illegal.
me in power.
We're always, never yelling at people.
No.
Just nice guys. I think we should be politicians. You guys are in with that? Start a
Sure.
little campaign.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah.
conservative campaign.
I think that's
Conservative.
fire.
Like that word.
All right, man. So I think that's an hour, right? Yeah.
Holy shit, that
That was
went
Bro, that
fast.
went
That
fast,
20
yo.
minutes.
That went
All right.
faster than
Bro, I
last
thought it was
time.
like at least 20 more minutes left. You know, like I'm being for real.
Why you heard my phone go off? All right.
Yeah, I heard it.
That's it.
So that's that. We'll end it off.
I was last with that shit. Oh, together.
1,
Two.
2, 3.